My voice is spent. I'm sorry. Definitely this is why commentary duos exist and even commentary trios, because one person just talking all the time, it really takes a strain. Anyways, up to the match now. Shady is going to start things off with the Min that did take Game 3 in that first series. Is going to actually go for a more aggro approach, trying to get a knockdown onto Ripha to get that dragon arm or a grab. But does get the close range, tries to go for the rush there, but Ripha is going to teleport out in the correct direction. Both players just exchanging hits here. Ripha getting a nice tri-bolt, catching Shady's landing, and that is a beautiful grab too. Shady finally being knocked down here. And one more tri-blast hit will take the round for Ripha. A fairly back and forth early game here, but Ripha just getting a lot of momentum at the end. Switching to the slam here, a bit better in close range combat. Shady going to go for the Burchuck, just switching sides to possibly get that on the dragon arm. Shady does get the knockdown fairly early on and gets that dragon arm Burchuck, but that's gone now too. Both players do have rush. Both players are going to be trying to get an opportunity to use it. And Ripha calling out Shady's attempted patented min jump, air dash, grab, whiff grab, and then rush combo. But just managing to rush during that thing. There we see it again from Shady. This time actually hitting Ripha. And Min rush second, so Min gets Dragon Arm. There's a bit of a nice chain on to Ripha, but Ripha waits it out, does not get a grab from Shady, and escapes the ice. Ripha getting a bunch of nice hits there on Shady, and this was a lot of close around here, but Ripha clutched it out in the end by not succumbing to the ice mind game here. That is game 1 here. Scrapyard and Mausoleum are banned. And Shady chooses the temple. No character changes here. Shady knows that in the right situation that Min can work. This is a fairly solid loadout against the style that Ripha is playing. I mean, we saw Rafa in one of the earlier series having a fairly good result against Ripha with a Burchuck Roaster, I believe, combo on Kid Cobra, which is another 2 medium arms that pair fairly well together to just punch through that Ice Dragon and that Tri-Blast that Ripha loves to use. Shady going for the rush first there, but Ripha manages to get the guard up in time and teleports out of danger, getting the arm break here and knocking Shady down. Shady jumping back, but that just gets Shady right into the way of the end of that Tri-Blast. Fairly good round from Ripha. Let's see if Shady can do anything to change that. Going to go back to that Dragon Arm Cracker to possibly go for less of to go for less of a punch parrying game and more of a moving to the side and getting nice quick pokes and knockdowns onto Ripha type game. Getting a really nice cancel on that rush a bit earlier. And Shedy has built up the rush. Again, Ripha almost having the rush back up too. And Ripha manages to jump back in time to avoid that rush. Let's see if Shedy can do anything about this next rush again. Ripha not getting the rush extension in time. Shedy does get the guard up, but does get an arm broken because of that chip damage. And Shedy does get a nice cracker connection in there, which is going to give Shedy the dragon arm, but that gets lost to the freeze. A lot of damage onto Shedy's right arm here. Almost jumping into that ice dragon, but that bird chuck hit did do Shedy a lot of good. Ripha is frozen there, so that shield will hold. No danger of Ripha accidentally slipping into the rush there. And Ripha gets the rush, and that Tri-Blast rush with a bit of previous damage is going to be enough to break through Shedy's shield. So Ripha is going to be up 2-0. Shedy has to get 3 more games in there to win, and is going to run it back to game 1, sparring ring. And is going to actually be switching to Shedy's signature Ribbon Girl with that fairly basic set. I guess the set is pretty much just Ribbon Girl defaults honorarily with the Toaster, the Tri-Bolt, and the Slap. Ripha actually mirroring the set from Shedy here, reverse defaulting kinda with the Tri-Blast and the Salamander, but that makes sense on a close range stage like Sparring Ring, because Ice Dragon is not going to do so much work here because Ripha is not going to have a lot of room to move backwards. Shedy tries to go for the point blank Tri-Bolt rush, but Ripha does manage to dodge out of that just in time. Ripha having the rush of his own now, but Ripha, we've seen him on this arm combo go more for that nice win confirm with this because that Tri-Blast rush can so consistently catch the results of that slam hit. Shedy does get a Tri-Bolt hit in there, but Ripha managing to just stay out of the way of that rush. Does get an unfortunate knockdown there onto Shedy, so Ripha will not be able to get his rush as well. But Ripha gets the comeback here. Gets a nice Tri-Blast hit onto Shedy's side dash. Goes back to the Ice Dragon here. Bold choice on sparring. Does manage to use it to catch Shedy's jump. Shedy getting a bit more pokes overall with that Tri-Bolt, which can dodge the Tri-Blast and the Ice Dragon hitboxes fairly well. And Shedy with a slightly delayed slap here is going to be able to get Ripha's rush, which only canceled the Tri-Bolt. Shedy having the rush of his own now, and with the health advantage, slightly catches Ripha off a jump, but that Tri-Blast is going to extend in time to knock Shedy down as well. Now Ripha is in the corner. Shedy did jump to the side, which allowed Ripha to get a bit more space here, and Ripha has the rush again. Shedy is in rush range. This could go bad for Shedy. And there is Shedy on the jump, but Shedy is going to be able to go to the side just enough to get out of that rush, and that is a nice Tri-Bolt into grab combo there to finish the round. I need to breathe. Holy. Alright, water activated. Ripha is going to go back to the slam, which worked out a bit more in game 1. Shady does have the rush ready, goes for the point blank, try bolt rush again, which does not hit because Ripha does dodge to the side fairly well. And now Ripha has put Shady at half, has only taken 1 knockdown so far, is gonna try to go for a few more pokes before finishing things off with that rush. Actually just goes for the rush right now. That is going to get a 390 because Shady is in that corner. A lot more hits could come through, and that is going to be one last grab for Ripha to take the series. Gets the nice run back there after that 2-1 in the winner's side. Oh shoot, I forgot to change layouts again. I'm so sorry.